as well. He's got the Tech 9 and armor, and there's some damage coming in straight away. A Simple goes down to 93 health, and Exist gets the first pick. There's this emphatic push onto middle. HellRaisers is a pretty dodgy smoke towards quad. They're going to be pushing straight up mid.
Good choice to wrap though through the arch side because they saw the member fall back on the truck. They'd already killed the one on the left. So this will give them wrap onto the site. Forrest has to hold this pit with all his life, but his life's been drained. Sticko's headshot will take him down. Get Right's there, but not quick enough. Bomb's going to be planted, and he has to play and retake this from short and already dinked down to very low HP. 6, in fact. This Freiburg will do the next bout of attacking. Manages to catch Angel in the site, but Kutcher's got the double up play in pit right now. And I think Get Right knows the situation.
Yep, he's got 6 HP and he's on quad with no kit. 2 players in the same position. They could just make it. This is now it's actually viable to play 2 one-on-ones because all you need to do is just draw them out as long as possible. They know he's low HP and they take the round on the board. That's what you'll see a lot of T teams do on Inferno. Just try and keep it simple. The smoke didn't go down too well towards the quad side, but they were so fast it didn't really matter. Getting their first pick, getting up there, wrapping onto the site. The retake was very difficult there. We saw Forrest struggling in the pit. Did manage to get 1 kill, but it wasn't enough. And it's going to be pretty much full SMG buy here from HellRaisers. He's going to have 1 rifle on Sticko. Simple with the CZ. And you can see, like I said, NiP will be force buying into this one, but not as heavily as they normally would. You can see Forrest taking a full eco here. He's got a Zeus, in fact, so it's be interesting to see what he brings to the table with that one. Alu going for that Deagle headshot down towards middle. Gets punished for it, though. Now Forrest set up with that Zeus towards the bottom.
How are those flames not hitting him in that corner? That was impressive. But this is fun. We're going to see the Zeus come back out. We haven't really seen as much of it since the nerf. The 0 kill reward, $200 investment now instead. We did see Stockholm was the one tournament where it was still unnerved. Liquid won around with a $200 investment on Cobblestone by getting Zeus kills. Nothing was using it like crazy. And Nothing actually said, we've got plans to use it at the major. They're not going to necessarily have those if the economy stays the way it is. We'll see, though. But it works. That's brilliant from Forrest. He'll take down Kutcher. I still love the yell that you make when you die to it, too. It's the most pansy yell in the world. Either way, they're going to go for the wrap strat. Still getting closer to the site. And Oscar's going to find Forrest as he's unaware that they've gotten that close. But Alu's coming out from behind. And it's 1 Deagle to the back of HellRaisers' Angel. Seems like a paradoxical statement to have an Angel from Hell. But it's going to give them the kill they need to make it 3 versus 3. Bomb goes down. Simple still got pit control. So it's not like it's a done deal for NiP to make something of this. And they may actually slow this off with the Deagle and armor in hand.
All NiP really want to do here is try and make HellRaisers die with the bomb. So they're going to try and just keep them in that bomb, so not allow them to exit. So at least it's like they'll lose rifles here and lose money. So you can see NiP not going to be facing the angles here. They don't want to go in and actually lose their guns. They just want to try and ensure that HellRaisers do go down with the bomb. They're going to be pushing off now. They know they need to get out of that situation. They're pushing off, and this is Wolf Freiburg. He wanted that, and he gets the first pick. Oscar takes him down, though, and they'll Get Right trying to come in and pick up the remains. And so 2 players do survive the HellRaisers, and they do get Right in the end as well. So they do manage to get out successfully, and you'd assume this is pretty much a full eco now for NiP. Maybe a couple of P250s. We have a little replay of that Zeus play there as well. Really nice, well, really well done from Forrest to pick that one up. But headline is HellRaisers now do go in with 2 rifles and SMG on Oscar as well. And he can have Angel as that recon player going into positions first. I know it's a full eco, and it just means he can go into positions first and not give away a rifle. And Sticko's going to go in for that early banana control as well. It's a 3-man stack towards B from NiP, so maybe the wrong position to go, but considering the buy, anywhere is going to be safe, really.
Ooh, Get Right almost caught. And Exist. Playing this very close angle, goes for the flash. Peek instead, but it's Angel to get him. It's followed up by Freiburg, so at least they get the 1-2 punch. And with a 3-man stack still on B, they're going to go for the boost as well. They could still catch HellRaisers out, but they've fallen off Banana. They know they haven't found a clean entry, and there's no need to overplay the site. They're hoping now that all they've done is force rotations, and in some effects, they've got the same result based on the fact that it was the stack, but Force getting down Simple means that they're still going to have a disadvantage trying to work even in onto the A site. Jumping through, Forrest hits Oscar midair. Has to go for the reload. That allows Kutcher to get the kill. But Alu's played this kind of cleverly, not re-peeking it. It seems like a bait play, but what it does do is catch Kutcher off guard. And now with that kill, NiP is surely in a position where with Sticko stuck in Graveyard, they can just dig it for him and let the round go into their favor.
Yeah, Forrest doing some huge work there. And like he pointed out, Alu with a very clever play there. As soon as Forrest died, you'd expect him to reface that and try to get the frag spot. He actually just wanted to be the snake in the grass, waiting towards a pit. The T's didn't expect another player to be there at all. He picked up 2 Deagle frags, and that's a huge one for them to pick up as well, because the T's still can buy into this one. This is the important round now. You can see Get Right with the Mac 10. I'm not sure what his plan is without repping. He's going to be going towards Banana once again, but Oscar has got the AWP and should find a frag here as Alu just runs down middle trying to get some nade damage off. They weren't expecting the AWP to come into play, and now then it's going to be Get Right falling back. Did get spotted towards the B area. HellRaisers is definitely in the advantage here. Not much utility to play with now. It's going to have to go purely on frags as they try to enter a bomb site.
Get Right took a good amount of damage from that grenade as well. 64 HP. Angel gonna get closer to that yellow car position, try and get some more banana control. Bombs back toward the apartments, though, and T-side apartments way down below the alt-mid position. Also, by the way, did you notice, and I don't know when it happened, they patched the minimap on this map. You can actually see the L corner at the bottom of Boiler in the apartments now. That never used to show up in the minimap. It was just a black spot.
Oh, yeah. Well spotted, Matt.
Thank you. I look at that minimap way too much in my life.
This is going to be an interesting position for Forrest. Should be able to find a couple of frags here, but Sticko takes him and hits him to the punch, and Exist now gets taken down as well. And this is a round looking like it's going towards HellRaisers. Get Right just for the Mac-10 in the pit. Not going to be able to do too much of this. Needs to find his early frag and pick up an AK.
Good shot from Get Right, holding onto the pit. Needs to hold onto the pit. So important in a situation like this, where they have to now retake with a rotation from B. And it would have made that a 2-on-2 as well, which would have been a winnable situation. That miss from Oscar, though, means that if nothing else, Freiburg has an op on exit if he doesn't fancy his chances, although he's got a good chance. With Sticko so low in the pit, he'll Molotov off to the left. Sticko's playing in behind the truck right now and shows his face to take the face off Freiburg. Well done, and HellRaisers now with 3 rounds.
Yeah, that boost from Forrest I thought was going to go massively for him. You know, the teaser was crawling up middle perfectly. Sticko actually showing some his own display of talent there going forward. Picks up Forrest and gets a nice frag on Freiburg towards the end from the truck as well. And that's a big round for them to bounce back into. NiP going to be forced buying into this one as well. So Alu does have enough money to justify an AWP here. And this is going to be really surprising for HellRaisers. Last round I don't think NiP expected it. And this time I don't think HellRaisers will expect the AWP as well. So it's all down to Alu. Can he find his first frag? And there it is. Gate down Oscar. Huge sculpt to take considering the way he's been playing tonight, and Exist now has the opportunity to push down towards apartments.
He does play with a lot of confidence, Oscar, because look at the angles he's holding. Like, who goes to that corner?
That's the thing, I don't
early?
think they're expecting the AWP to come in. Like, he probably thought, okay, they won one round, they lost the next one, they're probably going to be eco here. And Alu just to have enough to justify that AWP. And Angel now, full banana control. The bomb not going to be there, though. You would accept these guys to be going in for not the fake, but the distraction play. They're trying to work out whether they can work out where the stack may lie. Get Right there, taking some big damage.
That's the problem with him seeing that nade come out, though. Get Right just stands there and can do nothing from that nade. And are they going to go for that boost again? They tried to run this. They are. They tried to run this again in B. Oh, no, I take it back. It looked like on the minimap they did put Freiburg up. They tried to run it early on. It didn't actually amount to anything because they ended up going A, similar to what they are doing right now. And Alu has a good position to get the first frag. That's his second in the round, but he has to fall quickly. He'll go through Arch. Doesn't even want to take that long corridor that leaves him in the open. And as he rotates to Library, a smoke will come out to cancel that off. But there's still a good crossfire in position right now from NiP on the pit side. With a player on the balcony, that's Exist, and Forrest down below. Although he's only got the pistols to work with over here, it's still a smart choice, and Exist tries to wait it out. He misses the shot, though. It is Alu to follow up, but in the end, it's going to be all Alu. It's not quite the ace I was about to call it, and it is actually. I take that back. He did get all 5. I thought the last one was robbed from him by Forrest.
No, very strong that round. Went for that early pick, knew he had work to do, and it surprises HellRaisers. It's a really back and forth affair this entire series has been, and the force bites is working out for both teams, and NiP take their second round. We're going to round number 6 now, and they actually have broken the economy of HellRaisers. It's going to be on P250s and some Desert Eagles, and a little CZ there chucked in, but Exist now. This is where they get their confidence. They normally push down, they go pretty aggressive in these rounds. They've decided to play a little bit more passively. Alu potentially not really having to face that one. They know the eco's coming in. He takes a lot of damage and forced to go back towards Library. Keeps his life though, that's the important thing. This is the banana control. We're speculating whether it would come into fruition, and it is. They're going to smoke it off towards T steps, doing some decent damage towards the T side, but not getting any kills just yet.
Simple is looking that apartment position. He's been spotted already, so he'll fall back down the hallway. They were hoping for an entry point because there was a second man there as well, so they could try and open the floodgates. Instead, Forrest is going to get aggressive. He spots one. That's already taken down by Exist in the opposing side. And the crossfire is working out for everything. Alu steals that one with a nade coming over top of his teammate's head. So that's 6 kills now for Alu in 2 rounds. And again, it goes back to that rotation in the last round as well. Just smartly leaving himself out of danger. But it's all on Simple. 1 on 5 with the CZ75.
Yeah, he's just going to try and find any sort of cheeky frag he can. He can hear Freiburg coming in. Does what he can, but Freiburg capitalizes. 3-3 in favor. Well, ties things up. I was going to say in favor of NiP. That round's in favor of NiP.
You could argue that it's in favor of NiP and the money-wise,
yeah,
though.
absolutely. You can see the money still after that. They pretty much ecoed that round. They're going to be doing the quasi-buy into this one. You want to keep your money at around the 2k mark. You can see Simple and Kutcher dropping just below that, but they're going to be going for head armor. upgraded pistols, a smoke grenade, and a flashbang as well. So I would assume they're going to try and go towards potentially B with that one, probably smoke off spawn, flash in. Looks like they're going to be favouring towards the second mid though, so maybe smoking off towards quad. And looks like actually we're going for the pit smoke. And Ali once again showing his aggression towards middle, won't be able to hit that shot, but has time to fall back here.
Flashbang goes out. Nade on the other side. That's going to do huge damage. He follows it up with the kill regardless. It was the AWP that was always going to win that fight. But Sticko and Kutcher have overwhelmed Alu and Exist. And that gives them guns to work with. They're going to try and push forward onto Forest. But while he's distracted, you would have expected the repeat to come out from Angel. It doesn't, so Forest follows it up for 2. And Sticko's left on a 1-on-3. And you would have bet your house on him hitting that shot.
Yeah, unfortunately for him, that doesn't work out. But as we said, that was the quasi buy from the T, so he definitely can buy into this round. A very decent round in terms of taking money off the CTs there. Forest doing so well to get 3 frags in this situation. I thought he was going down for sure. Like I said, the reface should have probably come in just there. But Forest takes advantage and takes it. And that round goes in favour of NiP. As we enter round number 8 now, 5 AKs on HellRaisers. Have got some utility to play with. 3 smokes, 1 Molotov and flashbangs. And get right, just doing that smoke towards the top of cart, I believe. And he's got 2 CTs there with him. It's going to be Alu. Going aggressively, burning alive though, going for the full face there, and he takes down Angel. That's a fantastic first pick now. I know it means the CT can pull back, and they can probably just leave him and Fragbite in that position as they do make their way up towards middle now. HellRaisers.
Too much confidence in that. Molotov thought that they wouldn't peek through it, so not even giving it any attention, any thought at all. Simple's going to go back to Reef. Address the situation. Alu's still there though. Because of this deep play, they have rotated Freiberg over. There will be 4 on A site. Smokes go deeper. That's going to try and allow them to wrap, but there's 2 players in between the smokes. So when they push through the first one, Oscar realizes it. He'll make that call, and immediately HellRaisers go back and face short, as they've got a man inside the apartments trying to take over pit as well, but it's not looking good. 3 versus 4, and no one is budging from the NiP camp.
45 seconds remaining. They do have control of the apartments as well. Simple needs to find his pick onto Alu. If he does find his kill on Alu, that really opens up the bomb side. But Alu does get his second pick of the round. And it's just going to be Kutcher remaining. Gets 2. Does very well with that situation. Sticko now in 3-on-1. And Alu does get his 3rd there. Fantastic play from him. Going, like we saw that Molotov go down. And actually pointed out, the T's has had so much confidence that working out for them. They actually pushed through it. And Alu actually getting the first pick of the round completely shuts down the play from HellRaisers there, and you can see Angel not even considering that that's going to happen.
I think Alu's looked a lot. I used to think Michael Ellie, when they had him, was actually the better of the 2 oppers on this map for NiP, just because he was more aggressive. But I think Alu's really come into his own on this map. I would say he's almost better at this than he is at Mirage, and that was the one that everyone said was his go-to and what strengthened NiP on it.
Well, he's been really dynamic so far. He's been going towards Arch, been going towards middle, and going towards Banana as well. Forest going towards the apartments, so gets 2 nice little M4 kills. Alu chimes in as well. It's going to be the eco for HellRaisers, but a nice clean round from NiP. This is the aggression we talked about. When they know the other team's going to be eco, they like to potentially chuck the other team on tilt, go very aggressive, shut it down as quickly as possible, and not even allow them to even get an entrance into a bomb site. Oscar's going to be last man remaining now towards the T-Apps. You see the CT's just trying to sniff him out and hunt him down as quickly as possible. Not really much he can do here, just a PT-50 in hand. And he makes his way towards T-steps, and it should be Freiberg picking up this frag now as he is holding the tight angle.
Oscar, please get at least 1 kill. Make it exciting. Thank you very much. Takes down Freiberg. Had a dink on the first shot. Can he get more than that? Not this time. Exist will get him. Apparently they're angry that he got a kill. Let's make sure he's really dead, guys. The game says he is, but I'm not convinced.
Well, now a change of pace for Oscar here. He picks up the AWP. We talked about how strong he was on overpass. It's going to be Alu with the AWP as well. Where's he going to go this time? I feel like this battle will be coming in pretty early. Alu's going to be, looks like, facing towards middle. Whether he'll be showing that same aggression is yet to be seen. That smoke towards the bottom of Banana. Thrown by Forest. Allows the CT to go a little bit more aggressive. Oscar's going to push straight through that as well. Gets himself in a little difficult situation there. He manages to fall back. And the CTs do push down Banana and gain control of that. They win the fight for now. Angel's going to be going through the smoke. He wants to feel a little bit of fire, but finds that first frag onto Freiberg. It's an equal exchange there, and Angel capitalizes. Takes down Get Right as well. Now that B side will be open. They just need to go in quickly as they can. And looks like they may be starting to slow things down though. Smoking off CT spawn. Alex will be rotating in. You'd assume he has to go towards spools now. They've given him enough time to actually get back into this bomb site now. It's actually quite surprising it would actually allow him to even get a decent position here, but luckily for them, he misses the first shot.
Alu is just waiting for someone to push through. No one's going to. Bounces a flash out to try and get a repick, but again, no one has taken the stairwell approach onto the B site. They're timid. They're going to put a smoke out instead. Alu knows that that's gone deep, but there's no real chance for him to get to that corner. He uses it instead. Slight gap, but doesn't nail the shot onto Angel. That'll allow the bomb to go down, and with the man advantage and holding onto the B site, HellRaisers might just sneak around away here to make it 6-4, because it's all slipped away. It was 2-1, remember, so it was a bit of an unorthodox start. Either way, Simple's getting closer. No smoke now on CT, and the gap's showing itself for Alu. He finds one, make it two, as he addresses the situation that exists has gone down, and Simple has to come up big. In fact, he may push through this smoke, but he knows now they're both limited to construction. He'll sit tight. Kutcher's there for the crossfire, but Alu again is able to get one. Forrest goes down trying to stick the defuse. He's going to put the smoke out, but Kutcher's not fooled, and he'll hold on to make it 4 rounds now for HellRaisers.
HellRaisers doing great work at the start of that round. They're not being pushed off by the smokes and allowing the CTs to have that control of the smoke grenade. Angel decides to take matters into his own hands, pushes through, gets the first frag, and more importantly, this is the one. I'd like to see them go straight into the bomb side there. They actually bought their time a little bit, and this clutch from Kutcher, nice play from him in the end. The 2-on-1 situation, he had great positional control of the bomb, finds that first frag before the smoke goes down, and then the spray down through onto Forrest, finishes things up. CT still can't buy, though. You've got to have the double orb set up this time. Forrest and Ali running that. So Alu going for that aggressive pick. Forrest going to be there with him in the top and middle as well. So they go for the dual turret to the top and mid. Smoking off boiler room now. It looks like HellRaisers will be going for more of a focus strategy. They smoke off towards quad and 3 players towards the apartments as well. Bomb and AWP on Oscar. Forrest missing that first shot, but Alu hits one himself.
Forrest follows with the second one, and at least he gets that, but he gets caught up in that pillar just a little bit, still manages to stay alive and get another shot. They've given up pit, but they've taken all the men in doing it. It's a 2 versus 2. It's still not 100% done and dusted just yet. Simple's gonna get flashed. They're gonna push quickly. That allows Get Right to get the kill, and he's trapped Oscar on the site. And I was about to say, it's important that he finds at least one here because they did have that smoke in front of Library that entirely limited Freiburg.
Yeah, really nice spray there from Get Right to finish things off. Forrest potentially didn't really have to die there. The bomb hadn't gone down. He could have waited for his teammates to rotate in, but he wanted to force the issue. Got pistoled from apartments, but good defense either way. They still have the double orbs going into this one. And HellRaisers getting the bomb down. They do get the $800 bonus on top of their $1,400, but not going to be able to buy into this one. You can see a couple of the players with 4K probably can get some upgraded pistols. Alu leading the charge, as Spectator points out. 18 kills for him. Very strong game so far from him, getting some really vital picks. And now then he's going to be facing towards mid once again. And you can see Angel there. Does he dance with the devil? Will he go for the flashbang throw? He does and gets taken down, punished by Alu, and gets his 19th frag in this map.
They know Alu's been playing aggressive. It seems silly to take that chance, but they do come out with numbers now, and they go to overwhelm. They've managed to pick up 2 kills, but they've lost as many and one more in the process. And Forrest, though, walks right into Simple, aggressive bunny hopping, knows that they're on the short, so thankfully Freiburg and Get Right are close enough not to allow that slip too far to hand and to deny a bomb plant. Either way, they're going to have money.
They picked up the double orbs once again, though, so they're absolutely fine there. Forrest once again showing that aggression in unneeded circumstances. He could have just once again stayed alive, but he decided to go for the full bunny hop, got taken down, and exists now picking up the Nova. That's an interesting play, considering that Alu has 7k for him. Obviously has some sort of plan going into this round. What's he going to be doing of it? Presumably going towards apartments and keeping it nice and close range. Forrest going to be joining in with that aggression towards the bedroom as well. Freiburg smoking off the top of Banana. And Forrest now trying to see what he can do here. Exist, holding that tight corner. He did get naded before. This could work out perfectly for him, but the problem is he's got 3 Ts here to get the frag back straight away. He needs to hit the first shot, doesn't even hit a single one, and he gets punished by Sticko, but Forrest with a great headshot with the AWP manages to take down Oscar and has got the bomb as well. Getting some trouble though, he gets neutralized, and it goes into the 3-on-3. Get Right picking up one of himself.
Yeah, overwhelmed. He couldn't hit that second shot. In middle, they spammed him down, but now Get Right, he still has pit. And this comes into play. As Bomb is still committed onto this A site, there's only 2 here. But if you hold this pit, I stress this so much. You can do so much damage late. You can catch them in the plant. It makes it so much harder to get post-plant position set up. So he can literally just sit here, even if he plays passive, and be a huge problem. Although, as we see it now, he's not. He's getting very aggressive and wants to catch the player in apartments off. He does have to worry about short from that position, not spotting anyone just yet as well. He'll fall back and think that he might have overstayed his welcome and take no more chances as Alu's going to cover off arch side.
This is it. This is the battle that counts. Simple versus Alu. Who's going to land this shot pretty much determines the outcome of this round, and it's not going to be Simple. Neither player hits the shots there.
Good guess by Simple. Tried to bait it out and then pre-fired on when he peeked. Get Right spots the head of one. That's Kutcher down. Now they're going to walk onto him from short, and here we go. Pick comes into play as Angel goes down. Bit of a miss there, unfortunately, on that nade. It caught the edge of the railing, but it won't matter ultimately, as it is just Simple left in a 1-on-3.
He wants to get out of here. He got 4 seconds there. There you go. He doesn't want to die after the timer.
Well, this is the interesting thing as well, because they brought Freiburg over through CT spawn slowly, but knowing the time was low, he could have gone down Banana, and actually they could have got that gun.
There you go. He does save the AWP there. We've got a nice little replay of Get Right's controlled spray here. He really has kind of come into his own since it's up there with the M4. I feel like his spraying potential with this rifle is so strong. Shows it again. Nice, calm, controlled play there from the pit. They get the 9th round on the board, but the scary thing is for the NiP, they know Simple have saved that AWP.
Alu's on 20 frags right now. Forrest is second on 13.
Alu's been getting some really key frags there and actually holding nice, clever angles, not giving away too much, not sacrificing himself, and actually playing some really textbook CS going forward. We're going to number 14 now. Fragbite picks up that first frag, going to get a double as well. Should fall back in this situation now. He's low HP. They've secured the round. Let's get out of there and make the T's work for this now.
Oh, let's see if they read this. Let's see if they read this, because this op could have come in absolutely huge. They were in the perfect position for that play to work, and Simple just slides off his teammate's head too soon.
I've just realised, look at NiP, all their pictures. They've all got themselves.
Oh, you haven't seen this yet.
I just realised.
But do you know where GetRight is? He's the face of the rabbit that Alu's pulling out. Yeah, there's actually a picture of it all together where they line up, and there's only 4 of them. And on Reddit, everyone was like, "Oh, where's Get?" Oh, I see. It's pretty clever.
That's really funny.
It's NiP magic.
I know. I get it. It's funny.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to ruin it. Jesus.
Now then, 45 seconds. This round still not over. Simple the AWP. If he can find some magic of his own, maybe they can get an entrance on his bomb side. But very passive play from NiP. He's got Alu anchoring towards that arch area. And this is going to be the battle once again. Simple going to be presumably facing the same corner. Not going to be checking the library.
Very smart. First player jumps, baits the shot. Second player tries to re-peek it instantly. They don't quite land it, but very smart play. And Kutcher actually does get the wraparound through Arch as a result of it. They now have the AWP to work with, but they've still got Forest inside Graveyard. And when you push from Library, Graveyard, that's when it really comes into its best position. And it makes it now 10 rounds for NiP.
And we go to the final one here. This little replay of Forest. A couple of kills to finish things off. Great positioning considering the time remaining. T's already had no choice but to try and get to that bomb site. Now then, round number 15, Oscar picks up the AWP once more. He's been a lot quieter in this first half here. Obviously, in the T side, it is a much more difficult affair than on Overpass, but he hasn't been lighting up the scoreboard like we saw before. It's been the Alu show so far. And the smoke's coming in once again, but Angel, he did very well from this position last time the CTs decided to push. What's their play this time? Do they chance it again and try and take him down? They're actually going to be standing at the top, just trying to make the T's use their utility. Alu, we're getting that first pick on the Simple once again. So many key frags from him this game.
Angel. He'll be the tasked man of holding on to Banana, or rather trying to take the Banana back away from the king of it. It's Freiburg that gets forced back into the side eventually. That nade didn't really land, so he doesn't lose any HP. Simple gone means down 1 already on round 15. And again, NiP, if they win this, they move on to play TSM. If they knock out HellRaisers. So it's a big task ahead of the Ukrainian side.
Well, the bomb's still down towards T-steps. You can see Angel has got control of Banana, but the CT's still with utility. They've got flashbangs in hand. Smoke's running out, though, so if they decided to do the full execute onto B here, this is probably the perfect play considering the circumstances right now. Smoke off CT spawn, smoke off towards Spool. They have got 2 Molotovs as well, so they can even just flush out CTs or at least clear some areas off. And that's the Molotov coming in. It's going to force Fragbite to the back right, and here comes the execution onto the side.
They've only forced 1 Molotov, though, which leaves GetRight in position from Oranges too, so there's still a crossfire set. They won't be able to spot it from water either. They have to commit to the site, and that's when Freiburg can go for the peek. He'll do so right now. They manage at least to take down GetRight, but Freiburg is going to be there. Only 2, and that's a good answer from Sticko. No smoke off on construction, though, in 5 seconds. Bomb, is it going to be dropped or is it going to be held? It can't. It's over. Doesn't even matter if they attempted. 11-4 for NiP.
So the execution comes in from the HellRaisers. Didn't have the numbers to work with. Obviously, the 5-on-4, the CT's not rotating just out yet, and they actually Molotov Freiburg out of position, but he picks up 2 frags there, and Forest clearing up just with 5 seconds remaining on the board. Not really much they could do. They didn't really have time to actually methodically clear out the side properly, and that's a really convincing half from NiP. Actually, after losing the pistol as well, they bounce back and get 11 rounds, and only losing 2 gun rounds there. It's actually a really impressive performance for them, considering, since we talk about T-sides getting a lot more rounds these days since the update, it seems like NiP have had a very strong showing here. We go to round number 2. They'll be starting on T-side this time. And where do they decide to go? It was a very simple take from HellRaisers from their pistol, straight up middle, sticking together in the Glock train. And that's normally what most teams will do. Let's see whether they take a more tactical approach here. It seems like they may be doing that as well, because right now, I haven't fully bought into this, but GetRight's picked up the smoke. Freiburg with a flashbang. GetRight gets a Molotov as well to accompany him. So 2 utility players going into this one. Freiburg does have the bomb as well. I'd assume that means they're going towards B. That's where Molotovs are most effective. And it's going to be 3 men. Oh my god, Angel, a huge shot there, but Forest replies straight away. 2 CTs still waiting for that up here at the top there. Forest, though, the pistol master. You wanted to see it come back, Matt. And there it is! Oh my goodness, that's absolutely massive from Forest. 3 booty 50 kills, and that's huge from him. What a monster.
This is exactly what I missed from Forest. He does get downed in the end by Simple, but His impact's been made. Simple, meanwhile, follows up, and we're seeing tons of headshots. Everything's been a one-tap so far, including Angel's first kill in the round as Freiburg gets back into Simple. It leaves Oscar 1-on-2. And if the trend continues, there will only be, at most, 2 more shots fired. Yet another one-tap. He does fire a few extra, but he's got it down to the 1-on-1. No kit, and the time is slowly ticking away. He checks everywhere.
Perfect.
And the Molotov.
What are you going to do, son? Get wrecked. Just a Molotov.
He actually could get on that from the edge of it without getting burned, I think, from there. But either way, it's not going to matter.
That's
Bye-bye.
So disciplined from Get Right.
He's even out of the map.
He didn't utilize that Molotov at the start of the round. Actually saved it for the clutch position, and then this means he guarantees himself that round. And this is the replay for Forrest. What an insane entry, a flurry of entry kills. This is the shot that's absolutely nuts. I don't know how he hits that one, but all headshots and an amazing entry there. Comes down to the 1-on-1, but as we said, Get Right with the perfect play towards the end there. And that's going to be a pause coming in from HellRaisers. I assume this is technical. No really reason to pause in this situation. I guess maybe they could discuss how they're going to buy up to this round. Maybe they go for the force buy. I guess maybe could be tactical. They could work out what's their decision to go into this one. As I mentioned before, I prefer to see teams actually save guns for the gun round, save their money for the gun round, and have a really strong arsenal going into this one. But unfortunately for them, considering the scoreline, that makes it 12-4. And they do eco. It's going to bring them to 13, and it could be a very scary prospect for them. Technical pause.
Absolutely.
So it's not tactical. So all that I'm talking about was absolutely nonsense.
Yeah, that's usually what happens when you talk.
Yeah.
Just like when you strat call. Thank God I
led
was
us to
there.
2 strong victories today.
Thank God I was there to carry us.
I think I dropped 25 each game, so.
I think I dropped maybe 12.
On both games.
No, that's a lie, actually. I
Six
dropped 17, I think, in both. I had a sick TK on Inferno, though.
Yep. Rest in peace, similar.
No, it wasn't Similar. It was that Pete guy.
Anyway, should we talk about the game we're actually watching?
Yeah, why not?
So we talked about the pistol rounds being very important. Now it's 1 apiece. Can NiP convert this into a 3-0? That'll be huge for them. If they do, they'll get themselves onto the 14th round. So HellRaisers need to make that big decision now. Will they be going for the force buy in the second round, going for the Desert Eagles, the 5-7s, and trying to do work with it? It's difficult on a map like Inferno. A lot of tight choke points means you can try and do a stack onto the B side or play very passively onto A. NiP are going to be aware of this, though. They'd probably do like a nice full execution onto B. Molotov, the hell out of everything. You can see that buy coming in as well. Nice, strong utility buys. 2 recon players, Alu and Exist. That suggests to me with this buy they will be going towards B, just because it means you can get in nice close range angles, and the CTs will be force buying into this one. Desert Eagles, 5-7s, 2 players towards the top of Banana. It's going to be simple as well. And actually going to be sending Alu straight up mid, trying to work out whether he can find some CT intel. Does manage to find a player towards Arch, but that's enough to push them back and take away that vision from the CTs. And now they actually have a real opportunity to go back to B.
Good shot from Alu, though. Follows up on Oscar, so the man that was getting that information gets more than what he bargained for. And Alu now has a chance to find out exactly what they're up to on the A side. Does get spotted with a nade out. Only takes a little bit of damage for it, though. And watch out, though. Exist is going to try and push through this smoke, but Angel is playing on the immediate other side of it. They could very, very easily in this situation just push past him.
Oh.
Or that can happen.
Okay.
Okay, Exist. Angel goes down. Now Simple's going to get in the corner. He's got to try and hope that they push past.
So they don't need to push through right now. They've got so much time to play with. It'd be sloppy for them to push through and give Simple a kill, but they actually have done it. Exist capitalizes, and it's not the end of the world. So they get through pretty cleanly, and Exist now maybe getting his 3rd frag. Sticker takes him down.
That was actually kind of smart, by the way, from Simple, because he walked out of the corner, so when they sprayed into it, there was no sound of him being hit. There was nothing that thought, okay, he's not there, but he was slightly blinded, so couldn't respond to Exist. In the end.
So the CTs now, they really want to save this head armor to the next one. Obviously can't win the round. They're actually going to find the first frag here onto Alu. Only able to get the Mac 10 is the problem. That's why it's so smart to buy these Mac 10 weapons. Going into the next round, it's not too strong really against head armor. So it's almost pretty redundant for the CTs. They have to do some big work to actually make anything happen with that one. The thing is they want to save is the head armor and the body armor. That's the big investment here. And potentially gives them the opportunity to get a couple more frags next round. But that's it. NiP get their 13s from the board. And getting in touching distance now of series point, Matthew.
Yeah, I mean, that's the bigger thing here, right? Get this done and over with quickly, although it wasn't that quick on an overpass. It was a great map, actually, if you missed that. Oscar played lights out, but it might be lights out for HellRaisers.
Yep.
If they don't get something rolling immediately.
So they did save 2 head armors and a Mac 10. So they're going to try and spread out the investment they've got there. They're going to hand over the Mac 10 to another player. It's going to be Angel taking that one. And the other guys are P250s and 5.7s. And this is a must-win round for them, really. Like, they can't really do much of it. Potentially NiP going to be going to 14 rounds here. And they'll have a huge bank of cash as well going forward.
Exist pushing to try and control that banana. Will check out the sandbags as well. Spam through. We saw him pick up a rather miraculous kill. Threw it in the last round, but exists this time. We'll get up on top of the cart, check out Spool. Spots at least one through it this time. Damage dealt onto Sticko, but Forrest, meanwhile, has gone down to 43. And although there's not a lot of investment, aside from a MAC-10 that they held on to, and armor on Sticko, they've managed to do the greater damage so far. Cancel that out. Exist does find the kill he was looking for on to Sticko. So the man with the armor has perished. Kutcher's still got his. Simple's going to wait on the inside of this smoke. That will slowly fade. And then when it does, he's going to realize there's 3 players directly in front of him. But are they going to be giving them the attention? Or are they going to be looking to wrap around the arch? Luckily, they do leave Freiberg back to look and take care and contain Simple. As 2 players do manage to get through.
Lovely.
That was a very pretty shot. One taps Kutcher before he can get in behind the pillar and start dancing, and it leaves just Oscar remaining to exit out of Beep. Exist won't hear him because he's gone slowly, so it'll be Alu's job to find him, and that'll put us at 14-4.
Well, this is it then. All in from HellRaisers required. They haven't got an amazing bankroll either, so they don't have the AWP potential. They don't have any kits as of yet. Sticko needs to work out how he's going to be buying into this one. He goes for the armor. And M4 combo needs to pick up a kit here. I think they need to have at least one going forward. He actually opts to go for the incendiary. So once again, they need to make sure they're getting this first pick here. They probably need to show some aggression towards B and get down there, find the first frag potentially. As I said before, NiP was such a huge bankroll now, can justify keeping the SMGs and just making sure, even if they get kills here, they know how fragile the CT economy is going forward.
So get right very quick into the apartments. That nade coming the other way that lands immediately at his feet. So poor timing, unfortunately, for him. Down to 46. Still going to push onto it with the UMP. And Freiberg burns Angel alive. Simple, though, on the repeak. Does get one. And Oscar manages Alu. Exist will trade that onto Simple, which means they've gotten the pit. And now they've gotten Oscar. Leave it to Sticko. It's going to go to map point here, surely. Series point at that. And Sticko, unfortunately, caught with a nade out. Smoke will deter Freiberg from following up on the kill, at least for now. But he gets closer with this M4. Does he actually read that? I thought he was going to spray into it. Instead, he anticipates that Freiberg is going to try and surprise him by coming out from Boiler. They'll smoke the doorway as well in the anticipation that he may have jumped up on the bales, and he may look to do so still. But with bomb down, it's just a matter of trying to hang on to this M4.
This is it. Obviously can't win this round, and the money so strong on the terrorist camera now wouldn't even be that much of a huge deal. He got 1 kill, and there it is. He does get it, but Exist punishes him for that. Probably just wanted to save in that situation. 15th round, and series point goes in favor of NiP, and I think the CTs get $2,900 going into this round. So obviously have to buy into it. Need 11 rounds in a row to stay alive here, but I think this might be all she wrote. Say, right?
Yeah.
As I get a scout on Simple, Famises and CZs. He's considering the buys coming in. They're going to have all 4 players really pushing in too hard. They're waiting for CT aggression to come in as they make their way up Banana.
They'll push further as well as Exist will shoot into that smoke. Reload. Fall back just a little bit, but watch for Sticko. He's going to push into this. He's got flashed in by a teammate. It doesn't amount to anything other than his own death, making the chances of NiP wrapping this up on this 20th round even greater as HellRaisers. Angel waits for that smoke to deploy. He's trapped in the corner. Not much he can do. Walks back out, and Exist will hit him down as well. But watch Oscar. Great position with that shotgun. If he hadn't taken Alu there, he might have gotten both. But instead, it goes the other way, and the AWP prevails. It's a 1-on-4, and I dare say it's a 2-0 win.
That's the
for
GG.
NiP.
Yeah, so just Kutcher now.
I don't even think we need to say anything at this point. It's just a matter of letting it work itself out. So it'll be TSM that will wait for HellRaisers' arrival, or rather NiP's arrival. In the next series, winner of that.
25 frags value. Yeah. Big game. Sorry.
Yeah, it's big. No, that is big. Winner of that, I should say. I believe, if I look at the bracket again, that's the semifinal. Yeah. Goes straight into the